Alright, we just had an iPhone 6s come in for repair, needs a new battery. So the first thing you want to do is get your pentalope screwdriver. Take out these two screws on the bottom. Those two screws are the same, so it doesn't really matter which order they go in, left or right, it's the same. And they're the only ones like that in the whole phone. Get a heat gun or a blow dryer, hair dryer, and then heat up the bottom and maybe the top just 15-20%. Now you need your thin metal pry tool of some kind to wedge it in between the glass and the metal right here. Just like that. Then you'll slide it up the edge, popping up the little clips. And work your way around. You don't want to stick it in very far because you don't want to damage anything. So maybe like an eighth to a quarter of an inch at the most. Along the edges, you have very, very little space. You can see, just pretend that goes on top. You don't want to go into the LCD. So just slide it up, pop it, pop it. See, it's got some adhesive holding it in. See how it's gooey? That's fine. Up at the top up here, you got some cables and a plate. Take these 4 screws out. Before we go on hooking stuff though, we'll go ahead and turn it off. Okay, that's powering off. So now we'll switch to your regular small Phillips head. We'll go ahead and take the battery out, or the battery plate off, because whenever possible, you want to disconnect the power first. Plastic tools are always recommended, especially when prying down here by the power source. Pop that little plate off. Those screws are specific to which hole they came out of, so try to keep everything lined up. Top screw, bottom screw. Keep the plate right there to make it easy. That goes there. Those go together. Then we're going to unplug this battery connector right there. There you go. Okay, so battery's unplugged. So now we'll take off this plate right here. And again, these screws are all specific, so you want to know exactly where they came from. The way I'm holding my phone, that's top right. That's bottom right. It's top left. Bottom left. Magnetic tools are a big help. If you don't have a magnetic tool, you can just have a magnet handy. That's a magnet. You tap it, and now your tool's magnetized for a couple hours or so. Take that plate off. Get your plastic tool. We're gonna pop up 3 ribbon cables. They pop up just like Legos. Okay, so once those 3 cables are up, you can take that screen off. That's it. Set that off to the side. Now to get the battery out. Sometimes these batteries are glued in really strong, so I recommend heating up the underside right where the battery's at. Now it's got these little tabs right here that supposedly help. They work sometimes. So you want to grab that and try to pull that out. Oh, well, it didn't work. Okay, we'll try the other tab. That one actually worked, so that's good. So now it's only, instead of being held in by 2 strips of adhesive, there's only 1 strip. So that should make our job a little easier. I usually pry from the side. You can bend the battery a little bit, you know, you just don't want to puncture it. You make a hole in it, it could catch on fire. So this part's really annoying. I usually just try to peel it up enough so that I can get in there and grab that adhesive again and pull it out. It doesn't come out the bottom, but it comes out the side for some reason. Look. There you go. Got it. Now, if you can't get the adhesive to pull out, you can just literally pry, and just pry it until it's out. Just make sure you have it disconnected first. Okay, now that it's out, we're going to get a new battery. We got a new battery in here. And some adhesive. I'm going to cut a piece. If you don't put any adhesive in it, the battery kind of rattles around, and we don't want that. There you go. That's all you gotta do. Now, you don't want to put the adhesive over these ribbon cables, because if for any reason you got to get in this phone again, you peel it out, that adhesive could grab that cable and peel your cables out and rip them. So you just want to keep them below here. You can go on this if you want. That's just your Apple logo. You just don't want to put any adhesive on top of these cables. Take your new battery. Drop it right in there. You want to try to make it pretty centered, you know. Nice even gap here, a little bit of space here. Stick it on that adhesive, push it down. Now I'm going to go ahead and plug my screen back in. And turn it on. Okay, we got an Apple logo, so it looks like it's working. Now we're going to go ahead and put the plates back on. There's the bottom plate. Remember, I kept my screws separated. Here's the top screw. Or that would be the right-hand screw if the phone was sitting up and down. Got them both tight. I'll put the top bracket on. Put the 4 screws in up here. Okay, so that's all in. Plates on, screws are in, plates on, screws are in, batteries in. Phone is on, functional, 57%. Some of the batteries are at 0, some are at 100. It's just random. You never know what you're going to get when it comes to one of these batteries. Now, you're going to put the top in. It's got this lip. It's kind of like a wedge. It's got to go in like that. So you get the top in first. There you go. And what I like to do is once the top's in, come down to the bottom and get the bottom down. Okay, and once that's nice and flush, pop the sides, hold the bottom again, pop the sides. Then you'll get your pentalobe screwdriver. Put in the 2 bottom screws. All right, and now before I give out any phone with a new battery, I like to put it on the charger and make sure this percentage changes. It's at 57. Plug it in, I got a charging symbol. And then I just kind of let it wait, make sure it goes to 58. That shows that it's actually functioning properly. You know, the best thing to do with a new battery is plug it in and let it go all the way to 100%. But we'll assume it's going to go to 58. Everything should be good. And then you're done. That's it.